indeed for all of us here, especially for those who are looking up to the environment. Respected members of the management, guests and HODs, faculties and my very dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to share a few thoughts with you. As you all know, and you have heard from Madam Vijayalakshmi about the background of the institution of this celebration, Srishti Sambrama, very much so in the cause of nature, wildlife, and also conservation of our natural heritage. There has been a specific theme on which the Srishti Sambrama celebrates every year, and we all started it about 15 years back with the theme of sacred trees. Then we went on to sacred animals, sacred rivers, sacred mountains, sacred types of sounds, sacred elements, ecology and environment as understood in Ramayana, and trees and their significance in the epic Mahabharata. This year's theme has been selected with a very important subject of indigenous cows. We have been enamored by the cows from abroad, like the Holstein or the Jersey or the Holstein Friesian. These are really not what we call as cows in our own scriptures or heritage. They are animals which give milk, and they don't have the qualities, intrinsic qualities that we see in what should be a real milk consists of, with all its nutritional and nutritional values. So, India is a home to various cow species. As we earlier heard Madam Vijayalakshmi saying about we had 199 indigenous species, but that has come down to about 57 indigenous species today. And many of them are not being reared judiciously or scientifically, and slowly, one by one, they are disappearing. That is why we need to look into the conservation of the indigenous cows. This is a right time and a good time to do that, for the simple reason that Government of India, under our Prime Minister's program, they have encouraged to promote the rearing of indigenous cows, and lot of arrangements have been made by the government to ensure that these cows are reared, for the very simple reason that these cows give intrinsically very nutritive milk, but the quantity is not as much as we get from the so-called foreign cows. Religious and cultural significance.
ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ನಮಸ್ಕರಿಸುತ್ತಾ, ಈ ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಫೋಟೋ ತೆಗಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತೆಗೆದ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೋದು, ಕಾಡಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಫೋಟೋ ತೆಗಿಯೋ ಗುಂಡ ತೆಗಿಬೋದು, ಗುಂಡವ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ ನನಗೆ. ಫೋಟೋಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗಿ ಬನ್ನಿ, ನಿಮ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಲ್ ಓವರ್ ದ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕಮ್ಮಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗೋ ರೀತಿ ನಾನು ಸಾಹೇಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು. ನೋಡಿ, ಇದು ಜಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೆಟ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ. ನೀವು ಸೌತ್ ಆಫ್ರಿಕಾ ಅಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗೋದು ನೆಸಿಟಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಮಗಂಗಾ ರಿವರ್, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಥಿಕ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲಾನು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಜಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೆಟ್ ಅಂತ, ಜಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೆಟ್ ಉತ್ತರಾಂಚಲಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಈಗ ನೋಡಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅನಿಮಲ್ಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತರಾಂಚಲ್ ಜಿಮ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೆಟ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿ ಬಾಂಧವಗಢ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಅಂತ. ಬಾಂಧವಗಢ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಧ್ಯಪ್ರದೇಶಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಇದು ಟೈಗರ್ಸ್, ನೀವೇನಾದ್ರು ಟೈಗರ್ಸ್ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಬಾಂಧವಗಢ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಅಂಡ್ ಬಂಡೀಪುರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಬಂಡೀಪುರ್ ಫಾರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಬಂಡೀಪುರಲ್ಲೂ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೀತಿಯ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ನೀವು. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಓಕೆ ಬಂಡೀಪುರ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಕ್. ನೀವು ನನ್ನ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ವೈಡ್ ವಿಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ.
Adorning the stage, and yesterday I told you we celebrate nature in Bnmit in a very special way, and you have seen how we do that. And I think the whole idea of celebration, and that too where we truly belong, is so special. There is no other institution or college which gives so much of importance and recognizes the fact that we also are a part of nature and we should be one with nature. I'm sure that you would have seen in the past few hours great dignitaries ranging from the forest officials to people who fight for the forest. Praveen Bhargav sir, you don't know how many times he's gone and stood in the court to save the forests of our country. There are great people who have done amazing things to safeguard of what precious little we have today. So you would have already seen fantastic presentation about the wildlife of India by our SP Nagendra sir. Today I will not take so much time. I'm just going to give you a very, very short and sweet presentation, or just a collection of pictures of what I like doing. I started off like everyone else, did not figure out what I liked. I clicked birds, I clicked animals, tigers, leopards, whatever I could see I started clicking. But then something in me felt that, you get your calling, right? So felt in me that I need to focus on a very special species called Lepidoptera. So I'm not a biology student, only till 10th I was. So Lepidoptera consists of moths and butterflies together. So coming to the topic of Lepidoptera, in India, the numbers of butterfly species stands at about 1,350 plus.
Program, Srishti Sambrama 2024. I would like to add take 1 minute. I was fascinated by the speech by Praveen Bhargav, and he spoke about number of tigers during 1900, and he told that 80,000 tigers were there in India in 1900, around that period of time. What was the population of India at that time? Can you guess? 1900, it was about 25 crores. Okay, and today we have 144 crores of people in India, and in 1900 world population was equal to current population of India. Okay, so if you just try to find the ratio between number of tigers and population of the world, in 1900 world population versus tigers, over every crore population 650 tigers are there, and today we have only 6 tigers per crore population. See the difference, and that shows world had 1 lakh tigers. India had 80,000 tigers, world had 1 lakh tigers in 1900. And you see the correlation. The forest patch has reduced to 4%, 4 to 5%, like the population of tigers. Okay, it was about to get to extinction. Okay, 9 varieties of tigers are there, only 5 are remaining. In 2006 in India only 1411 tigers were there, Today in India only 3,000 tigers are there. See the time it takes to increase the number of tigers. To double the number from 1411 to the existing number, double number, it took almost 15-20 years. And most of the tigers, around 65-70,000 tigers were killed in a span of 20 years, between 1900 and 1925. So what I want to tell you is that you should be sensitive to these issues, Mother Earth. And you should also start seeing marvels of Mother Earth. And the best way to do that is to watch Discovery Channel, or you can go to YouTube. Okay, you just click on James Webb Telescope. Okay, the wonder telescope, $10 billion telescope, which is put into an orbit 10 lakh kilometers away from Earth. It is away from Moon.